stayed up all night so I can get this thing right. And I don't think there's anything missing, 'cause a person like you made it easy to do. I've waited for so long to sing to you this song. Your eyes are the windows to heaven. Your smile could heal a million souls. Your love completes my existence. You're the other half that makes me whole. You're the only other half that makes me whole. I think the angel are your brother, yeah. They told you about me, said you're just what she needs. And I find myself thinking your mother for giving birth to a saint. My spirit flies when I say your name. There's one thing that's true, it's that I was born to love you.
Well, welcome to the Revolutionary Agenda. I'm your host, Seduction Doll, co-host of Frontline Black News, and consistent contributor to Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. Yeah, so welcome to the Revolutionary Agenda. Just killing some time. That's really what's going on. I kind of just didn't know where to start today. I just went off on city council a little bit. That was kind of fun. Especially, it's kind of fun when you can talk shit to them. You know what I mean? It's when you tell them where they're fucking up. That's fun to me, anyway. Because anytime you can tell a whole bunch of fucking white supremacists or people that go along with the white supremacy plan and where they're fucking up, I mean, shit, that's got to be a good day, right? It's got to be at least, in my opinion. Well, if not, fuck it. It's fun for me. I hope they enjoyed it. I bet they didn't, though. I bet they didn't. I bet they didn't. Um, I think I put my headphones on. It kind of feels weird doing this live without my little headphones on. I'm wondering what's up with the hair on. Well, I feel like you can't hear me because my voice is super super low. Um, yeah, like what's going on with the hair? Well, not much. Hold on a second, okay? Just hold on 1 second. It's always you guys could change it. We're sharing when he's over here, we're sharing the StreamYard. Probably because he has all the cool shit, and you know, I don't get all the cool shit, so like capitalizing on that, like use his cool shit for a minute. Um, Plus, I go like I do like really long in depth shit, so it kind of feels like I kind of feel like he should just let me use it. There we go. He has to anyway. I mean, why not? Why tell me no? Why would I ever allow it anyway? Tell me no. It's a good dude anyway, right? That's how it just works. No, I'm just playing around. No, it's okay. It's okay. I can use it. Hold on a second. I don't know lights. Tired of the light, man. One second. I wasn't ready yet. I wasn't ready yet. All right, let's see what we got going on. Let's hopefully. Uh, hello, 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 hello. Okay, I think it works. We'll find out here shortly. Yeah, just letting the hair do what it wants. It's, man, I wish I could tell you all about this whole little scenario with this hair. Um, it's kind of private, so kind of personal, and I really don't want to talk about it because it's gonna make me think about some ugly, ugly, ugly shit. But in case you guys didn't know, wait a sec. Hold on, okay? I'm ready. Actually, I was just let's see. All right. It's like why are you sitting in the dark? Cause I don't feel like turning on the goddamn light anymore. No, it's it. 1 second. 1 second. I dropped something really heavy over here. It was loud. It was like pow, and I was like, oh shit. I don't know what the fuck it was. I think it's this metal what you call it water bottle. Does it look like my sticker? What is it? All right, but yes, I got a stick in. It was this little sharp ass little stick. Okay, so let's pray. Shit don't drop on me. Let's pray. All right, so What's up with the hair, right? Well, not much really. Um, not much. So I had to adjust myself. Okay, get myself together. I should have just put what do you call it? It's annoying. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you that this hair is quite annoying. Anybody has naturally curly hair or mixed hair, um, mostly curly hair, you'll find that it is one of those extremely frustrating things because it just it's like let your shit just do what it want to do. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of just letting my shit just do what it wants to do, and it just wants to be all over the place. It's fucking me up. It's fucking me up. So he's like, so what are you doing? Well, I was just sitting here all day, bored. I got all my work done that I needed to do, which I needed to finish was Mr. Paris's um, Mr. Paris's website as best as I could. I did the best I could. I actually feel kind of proud of myself. I don't know why, and I don't give a fuck. I felt really good about it. I feel like I put in a lot of things that he wanted to express. Let's see, let's talk about it for a minute. So Saturday we did a show. We did a Frontline Black News, and I was over there in the cut. I was really sick. I won't talk about it. Anyway, I was really sick, and we did a show. We did a show. We talk about, if you watch Frontline Black News, it's we'll probably hit like 8, 9 topics, and then if I feel really compelled, you'll see those topics over here on the RVA, but they'll be like extensive because I feel like people need information. Um, that's just me. Also, too, there's days where I feel like I just need the fucking bullet points or to get it quickly. I would say that's a Aries thing. Personally, I don't really know. I just know that that's the way it is. So that's work. Cause I live in the hood, man. My brother been touching the windows and shit. And like, ready to catch it. Um, so we covered some topics. We talked, whatever. There was a little incident going on here in the city. We addressed it. We talked about it. I read an article. I was kind of just really upset about the shit I was reading in the article. Not really upset, but kind of getting there. Anyway, I have a troll. I would say I have a troll. I said that person just fucks with him. Just fucks with him to fuck with me, but fucks with him, fucks with me. Either way, it's fucking stupid, right? And I got to think about white people, man. Like for real, it's not a game. I really do. I got to think about white people. Like, just, why? Why are you trolling somewhere you don't need to believe? You don't need to be at, white people. You know. I just have done. I just have. I don't even want to know. I just want to know what you get out of it. Um, like why do you do it? What's the motive? What's the benefit of it? Because it seems kind of off-brand to me. Well, anyway, so I got this one broad that she just doesn't like me, okay? And she just doesn't like me. Fuck it. There, there was a moment where she probably did like me, and when she didn't go her way, this is my version of things. It went all the way fucking left, and some really disgruntled bad things happened because of it to me. Okay? And it caused kind of like a little rift with them. They were friends, I guess. Fuck if I know. I don't care anymore. All I know is that if I tell you you aren't allowed to watch her shit, You're not allowed to watch our broadcast. At least that me saying that, or shouldn't be trolling my page, or let alone why the fuck are you trolling his page? Like, if you're over it, fucking be over it already. Just drag this shit out for fucking ever. And they get mad because I'll address it in the weirdest motherfucking state of condition that I could be in. One time I was cussing her out I was in the hospital. I cussed her out over here. Like, I just have these like little 1 hour rants. You know what I mean? And it's basically a sort of cyber nonsense. There's a whole bunch of things. They're all new now. Like 2022, you get a whole bunch of charges off of this one little act, right? So, I've been saying to her, shit, she sure is threatening to call the T's on me. I'm like, well, shit, go ahead. Well, we're going to stop at your house first. And we're going to hold hands all the way through the whole fucking process. I mean, like, we're going to hold hands in the car, in booking. It's like 8 steps to booking. Change out, pod selection. We're going to be in the same pod. You know what I mean? You're going to hold hands the whole way. We're going to hold hands to court, hold hands in front of the judge, you know, hold hands while you try to um, prolong your shit. We're gonna hold hands the whole way through. Cause that's what I think she wants to do. She just doesn't know how to ask for it. You know what I mean? But like, you ain't gonna get me to call the law. Never. So she's gonna have to do the light work. But when it happens, she done made some vagrant ass threats. You know what I mean? Like, look at it, right? And I'm like, aren't you the same kind of condition me and him are in? Aren't you like in a voucher or some shit? Where you got the bread to do that? Right? Who are you talking to? you know, must think I'm stupid. you know what I mean? You got the bread to do all that and still have free time to fuck with us? You really ain't got shit going on in your life. You know what I mean? I'm like, what she talking about costs a little bit of money. You know what I mean? Like, that's like an all day fucking, 2-3 weeks of fucking having somebody follow us around doing nothing but fucking passing out flyers. And what, you gonna watch me sleep through my curtain on the machine? I was like, what are you talking about? How you gonna get up there to the third floor anyway? Like, where he's at? See, maybe like, slight, like low key stalking my back window and shit. Or maybe when I go out patrolling, you're like, what's whatever. But I mean, shit, be bossy, pull over. Stop a motherfucker, say hi. But you ain't gonna do that. You couldn't do that. Because that would be like, if all of a sudden you came into some money. And that that wouldn't happen either. Doesn't believe. Who you lying to? Then you're lying to yourself, right? So I went out to this little tangent because I was like, I didn't even know, man. I thought we blocked her. I thought we was blocked. We blocked all these motherfucking white people that there wasn't a whole bunch of white people. It was only like maybe a couple. A couple meaning less than five. These white people from trolling and shit. Because they're stupid. They get on black pages and they feel like they have something to say. It's going to automatically deter something or change some shit. But this particular person went on a whole fucking campaign. Like, created whole hashtags and all kind of extra shit, right? But we weren't really paying attention. We didn't really see it until one day I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but I don't know how he even came up on it. I'm like, man, what the fuck? Blah, 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 blah. So I start tripping, right? Because I'm like, what in the fuck are you doing? Like, didn't I just got done telling you when I was in the hospital, like, stay the fuck off our shit. You're blocked. You're banned. You're banned from Frontline Black News. You're banned from fucking any fucking personal Facebook page that you think you have access to, that you can see shit. You're banned from Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. You're just shut out. Just, that's it. It's a wrap. You know what I mean? And you really don't like me, so I don't got no use for you. I blocked you from jump. from like months and months and months and months and months. Right? So, but it bothers me because look, man, we don't get a lot of motherfuckers today. What up, little eyeball? I see you. We don't get a whole bunch of people watching this shit. Like, honestly, I don't even promote it, so it's like more therapeutic for me. So, I can see Jesse doing Frontline Black News, and we promote Shabakas and blah blah blah. Me, I really just more therapeutic. I just got shit that I want to talk about. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, this broad, she's just fucking relentless. Like, isn't bad enough that you went galvanized a whole bunch of motherfucking pink faces to fucking stand with you in your fucking whiny crybaby ass motherfucking carrying activity? Must you carry on? Who's listening other than pink faces and Karens and shit, right? Maybe the occasional off-brand black person might be listening, might go, oh, I feel some kind of way about it. But what's crazy is, I was telling him, I was like, you know what's crazy, cuz? He was like, what? I said, nobody's ever asked us what really happened. They just been riding around, bootlicking with this bitch, taking her word for whatever the fuck she said. But nobody's ever asked us what exactly happened and why, or what caused Brandy to act the way she did and why. So, will this person go ahead and, like, violate my rights, my HIPAA rights? You see how bad that is when you can't say it out loud because it's that detrimental? What up, two little eyeballs? I see you. I see you. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, so when you do that, but nobody's ever asked us. And I was telling him, I was like, hey, guys, nobody's ever asked us what, why I did what I did, why I act the way I did, or what caused the rift, or what really happened. Nobody's ever asked us. Instead, they just been riding around, listening to this old curiosity. Let this broad tell it. You know what I mean? It's whatever. And then it turned around and started to affect his shit, right? Because if it was already started, it was gonna affect his shit anyway. Because it's been do it to him. You do it to me, but you really do it to him. You're hurting him. You're not hurting me. I don't know. I don't have no feelings about Karen, so I don't really give a fuck. I really don't. I really don't. I think the only person nope, I can't even say that. I don't care. Even with my own villain, I can give a fuck what she says. You know what I mean? So, no. So I don't give a fuck. I don't care how much she cries. I don't give a fuck what she says. I don't give a fuck what she whines about. Why? Because it's stupid. But, God, man, like, how old are you? Like, Rod is, like, fucking old. But I kind of felt like, I don't know, kind of embarrassed or ashamed or something. Because I really went the fuck off on her. I've been going off on her every time she fucking jumps in our shit. Right? Like, my thing is like this. If you don't like it, cool. It's not for you anyway, white person. It's not for you. Bounce. You know what I mean? Like, the fuck I give a fuck if you care what the fuck I say. I don't. Why would I? Why? You see what I'm saying? Like, why would I give a fuck? Let me put it like this. Why would I give a fuck what any fucking white lady says? It's not like they've ever done any good shit for me or anything of fucking, usefulness. I mean, I've been alive 42 motherfucking years, and we'll start with the first white lady. The white lady left. So, you know what I mean? Like, no. The animosity is real. It's a feeling. It's whatever. Will I be cordial? Sure. Polite? Perhaps. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I went off on this one. Little did I know he dialed the phone number and made me leave a message, so I left a message. And I started to feel like, damn, man, I done blocked you. I told you to stop fucking with us. I told you, man, you're right. That you did. First of all, I really like to see how much money you paid into this bullshit lie you just said, right? because that just is fucking ridiculous. Two, um, if the law did come get me, I'm gonna make sure to stop at your house first. Take all my shit with me. This is it's in the cloud. Hear me? But whatever. Right? Two, we're gonna pick your motherfucking punk ass up. Three, holding hands all the way to jail, all through booking, through pictures, through change out, everything. Like I'm gonna make sure positive that we gonna hold hands the whole way. We got to, just have to, because I think that's the experience she wants. She ain't ready for motherfucking jail. She ain't built that way. No, this motherfucker is built that way. That lady ain't built for that. She ain't built to sit in the back of the car. Okay, stop it. Oh my god. Say I'm tough or anything. I'm just saying she ain't built for it. Now, right? So I leave a message and I tell her, perhaps you're right. Now I'm starting to feel some kind of way, man. I'm starting to feel a little threatened because when white people do shit to black people, it always ends up bad. This trolling shit, this fucking galvanizing of fucking people to do whatever. It always ends up bad. It especially ends up bad when somebody's running for office, right? So shit could just happen. You know what I mean? And so preventive measures, right? So I'm like, so perhaps you're right. I'm starting to feel some kind of way. Feeling really like, some kind of way, like a little. I'm starting to wonder, you know what I mean? So maybe you're right. Maybe I told her that maybe we should talk. Maybe you should dialogue with the authorities and discuss this. She gonna have to call him first, cause I ain't gonna do that shit. I ain't calling nobody, right? I was like, but so perhaps you're right. You should discuss this. I'm starting to feel some kind of way. Anything can fucking happen to us at the street because this fucking crazy old lady has a fucking issue. Who knows about what? I wish she fucking get over it. But you know what I mean? Like, fuck. So and after that, messages, man, just fucking deleted off our shit. Because I was like, perhaps you have a point. If somebody needs to talk to you about this. They're gonna look at me like, yeah, come on, man. She's a lot of things, but to terrorize fucking old white people, that's probably the last thing she wants to do because she's allergic to them. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's probably what they'll say when they have me in the car. Like, oh man, she didn't do it. You know why she didn't do it? She's allergic to them. She's allergic to the stupidity, the curiosity, the fucking entitlement, she's allergic to the fucking stupidity. You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, so we got that out of our system. I did anyway. Then I was like, all right, well, now what do I talk about? Because we'll talk about this race, this mayoral race. But I kind of wanted to show something really interesting. So check it out, family. If you follow Frontline Black News and you follow the RVA, you should focus Black Experience Enhanced. Or Jesse and I do not do broad and ambiguous terms of inclusivity. Okay, and you'll definitely hear me talking shit about it because I'll be like, they'll be like, black and brown and blah 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 blah. Right? Nah, you won't hear that shit over here. Why? Because I'll be like, no, they never invite us to anything, so nobody invites us to shit. So, no, we're not doing this inclusivity bullshit. Y'all don't keep. Nobody gives a fuck about what we feel like. Like, that's what they want. They just want you to feel upset, black people, and they don't give a fuck. But when you say you don't give a fuck, all of a sudden it's a problem, right? Wait a minute. So I'm like, okay, cuz I'm like, just do this all inclusive shit. I don't want to. I don't want to. But I wanted to show him something. I was watching this video. I'm gonna share it with you, right? Okay, so this one chick jumped in the race, right? Uh, Leslie jumped in the race, right? And they were showing this video, right? Let's see if I can pull it up. They were showing this video. I was watching this video, and it was on my history and shit. And I was watching it because I set up a queue, right? A little queue so I can come over here and like talk about some topics because I had to set them up. They're pretty funny. Well, not really funny, but it was something. So I set up this queue, so we could address some stuff. Um. Anyway, like let me see. Oh no, it's right over here somewhere. Okay, hold on a second. Finally load, man. All right. Let's see. Gotta look for it real quick because it's right when you need it, right? Just always right when you need it. I have a whole bunch of stuff we were to talk about. Just kind of really funny shit because I tried to control myself, man. I really was. I was really trying to control myself. Um, it was just really difficult. It was truly difficult. All right, it's probably not there. Let me see the telephone. Anyway, so this broad, right? So they had some sort of low rider fucking event or some sort of it's, his, it's Hispanic month, right? It's Hispanic month. Anyway, um, I don't know why that's funny when I said it. It just was. Anyway, so um, I just show this video, right? Because it's hilarious. Because this is what I was making this little statement earlier in the week. I was like, man, all you see is fucking all these people taking pictures. So everybody's so easily satisfied with people, um, whoever, taking pictures with all these Hispanic, Asian, and white people. That's it. You know what I mean? Like that's all they're taking. And these little photo ops and like pretty little words and just stupidities like that. They got like whole fucking website of like maybe 4 or 5 pictures with like maybe a little sentence underneath, but the pictures have like 30 motherfucking Hispanic, Asian, and white people in it. Like, and this is what we were talking about, especially with the black candidates. That's even funnier to me. So it's like if nobody's paying attention, well, it's not. I don't want to say you're not paying attention. I just want to say maybe you just don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Because you should really give a fuck about this. Like you should really question it. Like everyone says, let's hold hands. Let's do this um inclusivity type shit. Let's just let's all be friends. Stupid. No, no, we can't all be friends. Why? What? I've been alive like 42 years, and this all inclusive shit is not really beneficial. Okay, if you don't know that by now, you really don't know that by now. You really haven't seen the facts of the quick switch ups and fucking 1 minute they're with you, the next minute they're so quick to fucking throw you under the motherfucking bridge and run off. I don't know what the fuck to tell you people. Like I just keep trying to lead you to the fucking to the water of fucking freedom and liberation. Change. Jesus Christ. Like man, where is it? It was on talking about this hotel and shit. Well, anyway, yeah, so they closed down a hotel. And and I was watching this article. It just happened to be on the tablet. So now I gotta find it. And anyway, so you would have missed it if you weren't watching the video, right? You would have missed it. She got on a sombrero, right? She's getting hugged up by Hispanics and shit at this Hispanic like function. Yeah, Leslie Herod. You would have missed it. You would have missed it if you weren't paying attention. You know what I mean? So I was like paying attention. I was like, what? I just happened to look up, and I was like, no way. And I started laughing. I was like, hell nah. It's like for real, this is what we're doing. This is what you're doing, huh? You gotta get all them boats. You gotta galvanize. You gotta do all of that. You gotta, whew, it's just everywhere, just out pandering everywhere. Like, what are you doing over there, lady? Like, what are you doing? What are you fucking doing? Like, You know you got a whole fucking community, right? That looks like you. What are you doing? Oh my god, like, but yet somebody will vote for her. You know what I mean? You're like, there's not enough black people to make this effective. Oh, there really is. You just have no idea. You just have no idea of how many fucking people we actually have in Denver. Just really not paying attention, family, and it's crazy. I'm gonna look one more again, and then I'm gonna put this down and walk away because it's gonna pop up somewhere, and I'll see it. Um, yeah, you would have missed it, man. Like, if I wasn't paying attention, I wouldn't have seen it. That's real shit. I would have not seen it. Make sure. Oh, look, I got messages. Wonder what they are. What? What do you mean? Real quick. Of course, I'm fine. What do you mean who I'm talking to? Myself, obviously. All right. Oh, that was nice. Me too. It has to go like that. Even though I don't know who that is. I just pray. I just pray. We just don't need to know right now. It's kind of weird. Wait. Leslie Harrod, right? Yeah. If I wasn't paying attention, I wouldn't have seen it, right? So I was kind of like, man, dude, I gotta find this fucking article because it was hilarious. Well, it wasn't hilarious. It was good. It was really good. Like oh my god, like she just, what are you doing, lady? Like, what are you doing? Then why would you be doing it? Why would you be doing it? Like, oh god, I can't find it. All right, I'm put it down. We'll come back to this. Okay, I'll look for it again. All right. So let's see what we're gonna talk about. Yeah, all inclusive. So I was looking at it, I'm like, man, there's no limit to what you're gonna do for these photos. There's no limit to what you do to raise this money. There's no limit. None whatsoever. You know what I mean? Like, as far as doing the most, man, she's over there. She's over there, like, right now I'm reading articles. She's over there talking about halfway houses and I don't know what else, right? And I'm like, let's just get back to what you were doing at the Hispanic thing. Like, let's talk about this sombrero you had on. Did you take the sombrero from the dude that hugged up on you? I'm gonna find it. You'll see. You'll see. I'm not making it up, family. I'm not. And you would think because I said it like that, you would think I was making it up. But I swear, promise you, on somebody's mother, I was not. I will not. I don't lie. I was like, man, there is no limits to you people. Beating the other candidates. None. Oh, wait, maybe this is it. Maybe I've seen it. This is it. Let me find out. Um, like there's no limit. There's no fucking limit. They're just no limit. Nope. Okay. It's getting close. I'm getting close to it. I can feel it. Um, yeah, so I find it, man. I'm showing it. As soon as I find it, I'm showing it. Yeah, no. Nobody I don't think anybody knew. Well, anybody's gonna say anything about it. Except for me. So I'm like, man, all these pictures you got. Yeah, man. Crazy. Yeah, so I was talking shit a little bit. It's nothing unusual. Okay, let's talk about what's going on in Denver real quick. Mayoral candidate race is going on. It's hectic. Uh, Yeah, so that's going on. Wait for Mr. Paris to tell me something about it. Kind of took a break, so let's get into it. What else are we gonna talk about? Let me see first. It's kind of cute. Okay, let's start with Colorado real quick. All right. I went in on a fucking city council earlier. Shit was hilarious to me. All right, here you go. Let's see.
The hotel is at 26th and Dunai. That's just off of Spear in the city's Jefferson Park neighborhood. Marissa Ramos covers Denver for us, talked with some people who don't know where they're going to go next.
Throughout the day here, many displaced residents have been packing and moving out their things here at the Quality Inn. They've called this place home for the last 2 years. Advocates say they're now being forced to leave, and many won't have anywhere to go.
It makes me madder than a blind man in a silent movie.
For the last year, John Walker has been living at the Quality Inn on Zunai.
Well, they putting people out, not giving them a chance to kind of put a situation together or whatever. Just came all of a sudden.
Dawn is just one of at least 100
I believe it.
residents who's been staying at the facility since it opened during the pandemic to provide emergency shelter to those experiencing homelessness. Many of the residents are elderly, disabled, or facing serious illnesses. Resident Larry Lamb had long COVID.
All my stuff is moved out. They're keeping me here tonight.
Now the city of Denver says the hotel is closing its doors to tenants by September 16th because it was temporary housing and federal funding for this type of sheltering is ending. And while residents did get a month's notice about the closure, many still don't have a plan.
There's still people that don't have housing, and it's very sad.
Spokespeople with the city and the Colorado Coalition for the Homeless say they've been able to help most people find alternative housing. But advocates say that number is drastically inflated, with only about a third set up with long-term housing.
And this is the same kind of displacement that is happening all over Denver. And it's tragic and it's irresponsible.
Residents like Dawn and Larry are calling for a permanent solution for an issue continuing to impact thousands of Coloradans.
Well, I know there's several billionaires in the area. Even it would only take one to just write a check for the whole situation and put everybody in a place.
Now, all of these residents do need to be moved out by Friday at noon. An advocacy group is here helping finding some of those residents that don't have anywhere to go housing. A GoFundMe account has been set up to help with that initiative. For more on that, you can visit our website. In Denver, Marissa Armas covering Colorado First.
Yeah, so in regards to that lady that was trolling earlier, so we were talking about this on Frontline Black News as usual, and previous to that, me and Mr. Paris over there, we were watching a live that one of the unhoused activists had put up, and it was a good hour and a half, something like that, some change. I'll show you, because everybody thinks we're lying, so I don't lie. I don't need to. There's nothing really that benefits me to tell lies. It's gotta be a beneficial thing. It's gotta really be beneficial, and you can't buy me, so money doesn't make anything happen. Let's see. Right, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, because we were over there. Let's see if I can pull it up. We were talking to this advocacy group, and they were like, we was like, anything you need, I'm more than willing to assist you. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. And they obviously, didn't want to take up the offer, or they just ignored us. Whatever the fucking issue is. This is not the first time that we reached out. You know what I mean? at all. None of this is the first time that we reached out. Let's see. Yeah, none of it is the first time. We've been actually reaching out for a minute. They just refuse to get with the program, I guess, or just don't want to address it, whatever. So here we go. I'll show you right now. Let's see. Yeah. Hello, little eyeballs. I see you. Thanks for tuning in. I see you. Yeah, I see you. Let me see. Alright, share this real quick. So, let's see if you can hear it.
Do we have anyone that'd be willing to take notes? Spanish.
Look.
If not, I can read probably.
Look, we in there. We in there. We in there chopping it up. Talking about this, right?
We have a whiteboard for also like big picture notes.
Well, maybe for smaller notes than we want. Or, I don't know, what do you think?
Right. I'm making all kind of little comments. Anyway, Frontline Black News right here. That's me too.
Okay.
Okay, because I was logged in. I logged in on our actual page.
Is to make sure that if somebody is speaking to something that will allow it.
Most of y'all with us. But just briefly, I was brought to.
All right, let's see. 1 hour and 1 minute, right? 1 hour, 1 minute.
Case managers that are trained, not just put there for
So
a paycheck.
Oh man, okay, stop right
the
there.
medical staff, they don't know what to do because
All
they're
right,
like
1
this
hour
is total shit show.
and 8 minutes.
That was
101,
their,
right?
some of their exact words.
That's me
This is
talking.
complete and total shit show, and they're
I said, holla at us if you decide to create a peaceful action, meaning like a protest, so we can assist you in this and when. Right? I keep saying it.
As a former nurse, I know that there is a heck of a lot of money out there. It's called Medicare and Medicaid.
Yeah, I can't do this part right now. Let me skip past this part real quick because I just got to. I just have to. Sorry. Anyway, so
We're talking about a week.
No, we were talking about the solution for if it doesn't work. Like if we don't get housing in the next.
we're chopping it up about this other person, but it doesn't matter. We were right here. We were saying whatever we had to do, right, to help out.
Whoever doesn't
Let's see.
so that they
He goes like, yeah, let us know, house keys. Like I keep saying that. Let us know,
with their
right?
social security process.
You're saying, okay, so you're saying for
I keep saying about letting know if you want to do a peaceful protest. I'll say we're going to use our platforms and obviously Monday at City Council, right? That's what I told them. So, what we do in Frontline Black News, I'm going to stop right there. Because they were trying to come up with a plan, to help these individuals, right? So, I reached out twice on the same fucking thing right there. When I say Frontline Black News or me, it's I logged. I'm obviously in the on our page. Me and him could get in it. You know what I mean? One day, I use it mostly when I used to be out patrolling or doing sweeps and stuff. You know what I mean? I'll be on Frontline Black News. It's simple. What? I don't even know how to address you right now because it's yeah, I'm straight. I'm feeling it. All right. Anyway, so talk to me while I'm doing the show, okay? It's distracting. Anyway, so let's see. Yeah, see, they distracted me. All right. So when we do Frontline Black News, that lady decided she wanted to go ahead and just tap in and be like, well, so and so, two other candidates, where they're helping the people move from the hotel. Right. My comment was like, oh, I was just in the house commenting privately to myself. You know what I mean? Like, well, I thought it was me and him were talking privately. I thought. And I was like, what the fuck? I give a fuck about well, the first one, man. That's what he does. He's been out here. You know what I mean? He does the work. I ain't tripping. The other one though, come on now, because you ain't never been outside. You're not out there like that. You're not out there like that. But the one that does stuff with the environment, he's always out there. So for years and stuff. So I know personally. So we know we don't have to. There's not even a question that he would be helping to move the people from the hotel. Okay, it wouldn't be a question. That's what he would do. Yeah, that seems about right. The other one though, the nemesis. The nemesis though, no, of course not. He's not outside. He isn't outside. Not at all. Not even a little bit. He's definitely not doing shit with the unhoused. I'll say like anything that's being talked about with the unhoused right now with all these political candidates, especially here in the city. I think only one person can actually talk about it, other than Jesse, that's running. Everybody else, no. You're just a tokenizing fucking photo opportunity type scenario. You're not out there like that. You're not. You're not. No, I know. I would know. I would fucking know. I would know. Definitely, I would know. I was sleeping on the fucking sidewalk. I would know. Okay, so yeah. Now the other one I could definitely speak on because yeah, of course that's something you would do. One way she said, "Well, where were you?" So I made this whole other motherfucking comment, and he was out there in the hood passing out flyers and doing mayoral shit, right? Now, not to say that that was a bad, like, not to say that he didn't know or like, look, when you say, "Hey, reach out to us, whatever we can do to help," and we make it very clear that reach out, whatever we can do, whatever you need, however, just whatever we could do, and they don't take it up or we don't know, or there's not a fucking like notification going across this motherfucking anything that says, "Hey, look, check it out. We need help. We need a couple motherfuckers out." Blah 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 blah. And you're gonna see it, see somebody's shit on Facebook or whatever. Fuck, you know what I mean? So I felt like that comment was like just ill placed, like that, like yeah, you old ass fucking wench. Like what the fuck are you doing? Why would you do that? Like what would be the point of that? You know what I mean? Like so what? So what? Um, yeah. So what? This is not like it's unusual, right? Maybe for the other guy, but no. Everybody has events. I guess they want to do, and Mr. Parrish chose to go where Mr. Parrish chose to go. Covered as much as he could cover. You know what I mean? I'm sure. Almost positive though. If you'd have known that you had something planned, he would have showed up. Almost positive. So nah, this person seemed to think that they could just ride on the terrorism of it all. Like just that's terroristic. Like just so constant, man. It's like never ending. So so I was like, yeah, no, no, not having it. Plus, I had to feel like I had to justify when we reached out. When they don't reach back in or they don't get back to you after you repeatedly try, then you just have to write them off like you write other motherfuckers off. They don't give a fuck about you. Like, look, they're only interested in whatever they can benefit from. If it was really about the work, all hands on deck, right? You'd reach out to any and everybody, right? Especially if they showed interest, correct? But if it's just for showing out or photo ops or articles, naturally you're not going to reach out to the people who are serious about doing the work. Especially, which is really bad, when you know he's capable of it because you only had him there for like, what, 10 years? That's even worse. That's even worse that you shut him out like that. That's like a bad look for you. You know what I mean? Like a real bad look. So I was like, well, oh well. Oh well. So let's talk about some other shit. People don't read. Nah, they don't read enough. I'm telling you. Thanks, Kaleem. Yeah, they don't read. Got little eyeballs. What's going on? Let's go over here to. What I say? I think I want to take you guys to the journey of It's kind of like, should we talk about the queen, or should we talk about? Nah, fuck it. I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about this. This is amazing. Like I said, we were at city council right today, and I brought this up. Okay. Well, actually, let's start with this. Shout out to TD Hip Hop for bringing this to us. Okay. Shout out to him. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let's see. So bullshit. All right. Cute. This is cute. All right. We'll start right here. We'll start with this one. Okay. Yeah, you know, we don't really support Tucker Carlson. Let's see. What are you talking about? Post this up real quick. When we can all get to the point of the intersection where ideas meet, and we can see we have a lot in common. I think we're past that point. Honestly, I think we're past that point, because the more you keep trying to lead them down this path, is like, I don't know. I just feel like there's no excuse for cognitive dissonance. No excuse whatsoever. None whatsoever. There's no excuse for it. You're intentionally at this point just doing it. You know. Um, there's no reason to act like that. There's no reason to. There's just no reason. There's just no fucking reason to not be informed. There's no reason to not read. There's no reason. There's none of that. None whatsoever. None. You kind of don't even have an excuse. I don't want to read. I just want to look at pictures. What? That's stupid. You know what I mean? That's all they want to do is just look at pictures. Let me see where I'm at. Is it that one? Or is it this one? Or this one? Here's this one. Alright, here we go. Let's talk about it. Did I lose it? Alright. Okay, Tucker Carlson.
Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson. Tonight, finally a happy story for once. Outbursts of irrepressible joy erupted throughout the exclusive island community of Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts last night.
Fucking DeSantis.
For hundreds of years, Martha's Vineyard had suffered from the soul-crushing effects of its own whiteness. Island residents understood there was only one cure. They badly needed diversity. In fact, they often said so. But despite their very best efforts over many years, diversity never came to Martha's Vineyard. It was tragic. Imagine an 18th century British frigate adrift on the high seas with no limes. Sailors slowly going mad, convulsing, dying excruciating deaths from scurvy. That was Martha's Vineyard. Except it wasn't lime juice they lacked. They had plenty of that because you can't make a gin and tonic without it. What Martha's Vineyard lacked was diversity, which is to say strength. Martha's Vineyard was a very weak place. As of yesterday morning, that island was 89% white, monochromatic, and utterly homogenous. Nearly everybody there was a rich Democrat. 80% voted for Joe Biden. The median home price was over $1 million.
I got.
And then,
really
in a single blessed moment, everything
sense
changed.
of humor.
Relief arrived from an unlikely source. Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida,
Prior to like this last year,
decided to help
all I
other
did was make
states
jokes
desperately
and laugh.
in need. So yesterday, DeSantis sent 50 illegal aliens,
For
most of them
reals.
from Venezuela, to the Martha's Vineyard
And now-
airport. They traveled from San Antonio to the Florida Panhandle and finally to their new home on Martha's Vineyard. CBS Boston reports that after landing, the group wandered about 3.5 miles from the airport into town, thereby instantly improving.
5 little eyeballs, I see
You
you.
can imagine the unrestrained jubilation on Martha's Vineyard tonight. Long-suffering islanders finally rescued from their unoppressive whiteness. In fact, let's go there now to check in on the celebration.
Not me. This is funny. Just listen, damn it. Stop distracting me, shit.
Well, that's not expected. Obviously, there's been a mistake. Our producers are telling us there are no technical problems. That is, in fact, a live shot from Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts, right now. But where were the weeping, joyful crowds? Where was the champagne and the ticker tape? We expected Times Square on VJ Day. What we got was a cemetery at midnight. What? But maybe it's not so confusing. Maybe things aren't as they seem. Our first clue is Barack Obama. Barack Obama is a part-time resident of Martha's Vineyard. Obama is also, of course, as you know, the country's greatest proponent of diversity. For years, Obama earnestly told us that immigrants were better than Americans. They were holy. They make our country strong.
Oh, man.
America is and always has been a nation of immigrants. Throughout our history, immigrants have come to our shores in wave after wave from every corner of the globe. Every one of us, unless we're Native American, has an ancestor who was born somewhere else. That's what makes America special. That's what makes us strong. The basic idea of welcoming immigrants to our shores is central to our way of life. It is in our DNA.
So that was basically the whole presidency right there for 8 years, Obama hectoring us about diversity. But he didn't just talk about it. He spent his 2 years in office making certain that places like Des Moines, Iowa, and Portland, Maine became much less white than they previously had been, because as he so often told us, whiteness is bad. It's a disease. So we recall being a little confused when we read that Barack Obama had spent $12 million to buy an 8-bathroom oceanfront property on Martha's Vineyard, which is one of the whitest places on earth. Really, Martha's Vineyard? Why not Baltimore or Gary, Indiana? Is there really no real estate left in Detroit for the Obama family compound? There's got to be. What's going on here? We didn't know. Right. And then in 2019, Michelle Obama explained it to us. Listen to this.
We grew up in the period, as I write, called white flight. Yeah. That is families like ours, upstanding families like ours, you know, who were doing everything we were supposed to do and better. As we moved in, white folks moved out because they were afraid of what our families represented. And I always stop there when I talk about this out in the world, because
they moved
I
right back.
Remind white folks that y'all were running from us, and you're still running.
You're talking about
because
clean.
We're no different than the immigrant families that are moving in, the families in Pilsen, the families that are coming from other places to try to do.
I think we had these discussions before.
I feel a sense of injustice.
What does that mean? Y'all don't even want to come up though.
So there she was, reminding white folks, reminding that the Obamas are, quote, no different from the immigrant families moving in, because white people hate them too. They're still running, as she just said.
Let me know you want me to drop the link so you can get on the thing.
Obamas were, in fact, despised immigrants. So when they moved to a $12 million seaside compound in Martha's Vineyard, the point is not to live in luxury with other rich people. No, obviously, the point is to diversify Martha's Vineyard, to strike a blow for justice. It made sense to us, and we felt better. But then last night happened, and we started to rethink our assumptions about the Obamas, about a lot of things. Because a plane load of highly diverse immigrants arrived on Martha's Vineyard to join the Obamas. But the Obamas didn't welcome them. There was not a word from Barack or Michelle Obama. Barack wasn't waiting at the airport to greet the diversifiers with flowers. He didn't issue a statement of congratulations.
Clean. Do you have a plan? It sounds good, but do you have a plan? I know that there's a plan available, but where's your plan while you're sitting here talking about um, sticking to a plan to come up so we can achieve shared goals? When has sharing anything really ever been fucking beneficial, Kaleem? All of a sudden in 2023, it's just gonna happen. We're gonna collectively get together. We're gonna hold hands. We're not gonna fight no more. We're not gonna have little like petty little debates amongst ourselves and shit. We're just gonna all of a sudden just snap into it, huh? Right. I know what our goals are over here at Team Paris, but what are you talking about? You're all the way over there. We're here over here. See what I'm saying? It can't just be like, what? Let's say I gotta come up with the goal and then what? Share it with you, and then you gotta see if you're gonna get on board. Come on now. Where's your goals? What are your goals? What are you just asking me for? What are your goals? I have a whole thing I could pull up of just actual goals. You know what I mean? Did the work. Where's the work? What's the work? Show me the work. You know what I mean? We're sitting here talking. It'll take a while. Play. Want to have unity and cohesion if we can visualize victory. Because then we talk about this before. There's no such thing. Who are we unifying with? Who are we unifying with? What, like a third of the population? Everybody's gonna be in this like old little clicky types mindsets. So some really crazy shit happens, and then they're still gonna pull the same shit. What are you talking about? Your best bet would be to do that with like-minded individuals like yourself. But what's your plan? What's your plan? Is this like a Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced plan? Because I believe that we shut it down then. There was no such thing as this unified coalition thing that you're trying to get to have happen. We're not kumbayaing anymore. We can't. We can't. You know about that. Stop it. You don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. Stop that. If that was the case, your post would state that. You know what I mean? The things that it would actually align with that thought process. You know what I mean? Stop. You know nothing about that, because that right there is like that's heavy. You know what I mean? That's a serious thing. That's like a heavy Black empowerment thing. You know what I mean? It's heavy. Okay, let me see. Let me move back. No, it's got to because it's funny. You know when they get on, when the these Tucker Carlson types get on, they say some like sarcastic shit, but it's kind of funny the way they say it.
He didn't invite a single
true.
Venezuelan to his home. How come?
Look.
Them. There was
First of all, let's talk about why are we even talking about the Obamas anyway? Like, because it's Martha's Vineyard. Like,
Barack
their
or
time
Michelle
has
Obama.
passed.
Barack wasn't waiting at the airport to greet the diversifiers with flowers. He didn't issue a statement of congratulations. He didn't invite a single Venezuelan to his home. How come?
All right.
Could it be that Barack Obama isn't really, actually, in real life, in favor of diversity at all? Could it be that Barack Obama strongly prefers blonde soul cycle moms and Lululemon to sweaty third world campesinos in dirty work pants? Could it be? We can't say. But we can tell you that if you want to find out what people really think, go ahead and ignore what they say and watch how they live. And by that measure, the one that matters, Barack and Michelle Obama are every bit as bigoted as any board member at any restricted country club in the Deep South, assuming those still exist. Those people?
Yeah,
they're not dating my daughter, I can tell you that.
We are doing for self.
So in other words, we learned this week that Barack Obama really is a racist, and not in the way you've always assumed. Obama may hate white people, he certainly seems to.
Yeah,
but he
right.
also demands to live around them, and only them. But the Obamas, to be fair, are not alone in this. His friends at the
Why do
news
we even need
networks in
schools?
Washington,
Look,
New York,
look.
and
Why
Los
can't
Angeles feel
anybody just
exactly the same way
be a
because they're
parent and
exactly the
homeschool
same
their
sort
kid?
of people. CNN, for example, spent the
I
day
mean, why
interviewing
can't
people
why?
connected in some way to Martha's Vineyard.
You know,
Turns
look
out
at
that
the
precisely
look at
none of
the
them were excited about
quality
the
of
plane load of
children
Venezuelans.
you're
One of
getting
them, the
now
state rep for the island,
versus
even
the
blamed this
quality
show
of children
for the sudden
like back in the
blessed surge
70s,
in diversity.
80s.
Watch this.
I'm an
Ron
80s kid.
DeSantis and Republicans might want to play political games with
Oh,
people's lives.
my
I believe
villain
that's
taught me how to
incredibly
read and write before I
inhumane to
even
be
went to school.
using women and children
That
and
was
families
interesting.
as a
You know what I mean?
political pawn that you can then talk about on
I remember
Tucker
writing cursive
Carlson
before I
and
went to
pretend to
school.
be tough on immigration.
So I mean, like,
Wow.
why
So
though?
see if you can follow the
Why?
argument here.
Why?
When penniless illegal
Can't you
aliens
just
show up in
educate your
Brownsville,
children?
Texas, one of the poorest cities in the United
Teach them at home.
States,
They got
they are
programs. They
noble
got free
strivers.
fucking programs
They're
right
looking
now.
for a better
They'll send
life
you all
in
the
this
shit
country, and we applaud them.
for you
Good
to
luck
teach your
in
kid at home.
Brownsville, newly arrived
We
immigrants.
can't
But when
use
these
this
very
as a job,
same
man,
people
because
jump the
now
boat
everybody's doing
and get
shit
a free
online.
flight to
So
Martha's Vineyard, it's
if
something
it's
else
really
entirely.
worth it to
It
you,
is, as the state
you'll
rep just
figure
told
it
you,
out.
quote, playing political
You know what I mean?
games with people's lives. Because it's dangerous. These
Facts.
immigrants could wander into a clam bake by accident,
I
or
concur.
worse.
That is the
much
very
worse.
that's the thing.
Earlier today, CNN anchor John Berman, who's got fired, by the way, this morning, John Berman interviewed noted filmmaker Ken Burns. Burns is famous, but sad, exactly the kind of middle-aged prestige hound who spends an awful lot of time looming around Martha's Vineyard looking for other famous people. Burns has a new film out that blames the United States,
Has anybody
of
ever
all
been to
countries on
Martha's
Earth,
Vineyard?
for the Holocaust.
I never been to
the
Martha's
World War II
Vineyard. Has
generation
anybody
has
ever been
passed,
to
Ken
Martha's
Burns
Vineyard?
can
Let's
do that.
find out.
There's no chance angry veterans will show up at his house and beat him with their canes for
I hear you.
besmirching
I
the
hear you,
memory of their
Colleen.
closest
I hear you.
friends who
I hear
died
you.
in their early 20s fighting the Nazis.
All right, let me just show you.
So Ken
I'll
Burns
just
can
show
say
it
whatever he
for
wants,
the,
and
for
anyone
the
will
sake
believe
of
him.
argument, so you feel
So
better
this
about it.
morning, Burns played the
Yeah,
role of
I hear you.
Holocaust expert on CNN. And
You
know
let me know how
what
that
Ken
works out,
Burns
because that
has
really
discovered?
hasn't that
Ken
really hasn't
Burns has
worked out at
discovered
all.
that Ron DeSantis
Right?
sending
And-
illegal
and
aliens to Martha's Vineyard is
We've
pretty
had
much
at least
exactly
a good
what
10,
Hitler did.
15,
Pretty much
20
exactly.
years now of
Watch this.
true
All of your
practicing
documentaries
and
are about history.
not really working
But
out. All of a
them
sudden, you think
also
it's
make
going to work out, huh?
think about where we are
Okay, I'm
now.
with you on
And
it.
we woke up to the news this
You
morning
like it, I love
that
it.
Governor Ron
I really
DeSantis
think
of
it's going to
Florida
work out,
sent
though.
2 plane loads
Maybe we should just carry
of
on with
migrants,
our
to Martha's
on our
Vineyard off
mission
the
that we
coast
got
of
going on.
Massachusetts, including kids and whatnot.
Some
And I'm
people
not
are
saying this is not a one-for-one. This is not a
can't
parallel here in
keep
any
trying to
way.
wake everybody up.
But it does address
It
some of the
doesn't matter
same
anyway.
themes.
This
This
is
is
like
coming
the
straight
people are
out
just
of the
really
authoritarian
comfortable.
playbook. This is what's
They're
so
really comfortable.
disturbing about DeSantis is to use
They don't want to
human
go
beings
outside.
to
They don't want to get dirty.
weaponize
They don't want to
human
hide
beings
out. They
for
don't want
political
to. They don't want to
purposes.
live.
Ooh, you hear that, ladies and
They don't
gentlemen?
want to live in
literally just like the Holocaust.
the
Edgar
worst of
Tanner's
it to
Dachau,
create the better
Oklahoma
of it.
Treblinka, the
You know what I mean?
horrors, this is genocide. And it may be, but of course everything is relative. Martha's Vineyard may be a modern-day death camp, but compared to where illegal aliens usually go, it doesn't look that bad. Let's compare this for fun. On your screen, you will see images recently shot in America's border towns, which are now completely overrun under Joe Biden's immigration policy. You will notice, if you look carefully, chaos, violence, and filth. Okay, now we will take you to Martha's Vineyard. It's hellish, perhaps, but in a very different way. Families eating together on balconies overlooking the water, women doing their shopping in a quaint little town on bicycles, couples strolling along the boardwalk, sailboats. Doesn't look that bad. But that's exactly the problem, the media told us today. Martha's Vineyard may seem like one of the richest places on the planet, but somehow, there aren't enough social services there. It's bereft of social services, unlike Brownsville. As CBS News put it, quote, Martha's Vineyard is not an urban metropolitan area with a robust social services infrastructure. There's no Justice Department immigration court where the migrants can attend asylum hearings. There's no ICE field office where migrants can check in.
No, why?
But you see, Martha's Vineyard is in, quote, an urban area with a, quote, robust social services infrastructure that other people get to deal with.
Why?
And honestly, that's true. And that's kind of the whole idea.
Can we say please?
That's why DeSantis sent the illegal aliens to Martha's Vineyard.
Right.
People who make and advocate for certain policies should at some point have to live with those policies. But until now, they haven't had to. Bill Gates goes to Martha's Vineyard. So does Oprah, James Taylor, Spike Lee, Amy Schumer, and many more. And all of them, everyone is a much better person than you are because they support diversity. And now, for the first time, they're going to have some diversity. That is just the beginning. Martha's Vineyard will need many, many more illegal aliens, tens of thousands more until the island is no longer majority white. Only then can it be a good place. Yet at the same time, the people who currently go to Martha's Vineyard are going to have to keep going there. They can't run away to somewhere else. That would be immoral.
Right.
It would be, as Michelle Obama has told us, white flight. Now, massive demographic change will obviously make Martha's Vineyard a very different sort of place. That's okay. Change is good. Anyone who fears change is racist.
Right.
We know that for sure because they've told us that for years.
Hey, that's
So
what I'm saying.
where, you may ask, will all these new people live on such a small island? Simple. First, they can occupy Barack Obama's compound. There is no reason Obama needs that much space. Nobody needs that much space. You could probably fit a dozen immigrant families in Barack Obama's pool house and another 5 or 6 in the pantry. Keep going. Build a soccer field on the lawn, an outdoor goat barbecue by the back door, and bingo, you've got affordable housing.
I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it.
But it won't be enough. The Vineyard is going to need to construct shanty towns for all these new people. But we can't call them shanty towns. Obviously, that's demeaning. So we're going to call them townships after Obama's favorite country. And then we're going to give them dignified names that suggest some kind of victory over adversity. Mandela, Cesar Chavezville, Kamala Apopolis. Now, each one will put a plaque with that famous Emma Lazarus poem, just so that everybody knows that these are not ordinary favelas. These are moral victories. As the signs say in Martha's Vineyard to this day, no human is illegal. Love is love. That's just science. But speaking of science, what will the environmental impact of all this new development be? That's a massive concern on Martha's Vineyard, and for good reason. But in this case, it's not a concern. None of these new townships will have running water or electricity. So by definition, they will be carbon neutral. It'll be part of the green revolution. Local law enforcement services won't be strained either because they won't be needed.
They said they couldn't find anybody to help them.
Why would they be? They ignored federal law to get here. There's no reason that they should have to observe the Vineyard's ordinances against, say, drunk driving or defecating in public. And just in case there are still vineyarders who think they have the right to protect what they own, think again, people.
No.
We refer you to the case of the fascist McCloskey family in St. Louis who once tried to defend what's theirs, and they got indicted for it. So that's not allowed. But we can't fully trust you. Somebody's going to have to go door to door to make sure that not one person on Martha's Vineyard keeps a gun at home, because self-defense can be tempting, even for Democratic voters. There's a lot of change for the Vineyard, and they're going to need to start work soon. The summer season begins on Memorial Day. So when Amy Schumer shows up to her place in June, she better be ready to find an illegal alien family using her bath towels. Yes, she will. And let's hope she doesn't complain about it. Because as Joe Biden often reminds us, illegal immigration is a gift.
Guess what? They're the reason why. The legal as well as undocumented.
What you talking about,
and the reason why our society is functioning. The reason why our economy is growing. We don't talk about that. We stand up and act like it's a burden. It is not a burden. It's a gift.
Hear that? Hear that? Illegal immigration is not a burden.
Jesus.
Okay, any questions back there? Yes, sir.
Trying to do my intro. God, stop. All right, let's pay attention. DeSantis, man, straight villain. He was like,
we take what's happening at the southern border very seriously, unlike some, and unlike the president of the United States, who has refused to lift a finger to secure that border. And you've had millions and millions of people pouring across illegally, record amount of fentanyl coming into our country. It is absolutely killing Americans in record numbers. Of course, you have criminal aliens, but just the sheer number of people, it's not the way you run a country. Unfortunately, there's a lot of folks that come across. Where do they want to end up? A lot want to come to, because everyone wants to come to Florida. And so we've worked on innovative ways to be able to protect the state of Florida from the impact of Biden's border policies. And so that's involved a number of things. We've had different operations in the Panhandle where we've stopped human smugglers. There have been criminal charges brought. There have been drugs seized. There have been a whole bunch of things. But yes, if you have folks that are inclined to think Florida is a good place, our message to them is we are a sanctuary state, and it's better to be able to go to a sanctuary jurisdiction. And yes, we will help facilitate that transport for you to be able to go to greener pastures.
fascinating.
Well, I would just note Biden would fly people in the middle of the night, dump them all across this country. There was no warning on any of this. They're doing it and they're farming people out all around. They're also doing things like, so, we've had people right on the border helping, working ways. They will dump in San Antonio, and these people have, they're basically just there. And a lot of them end up migrating to different parts, but it's harder for us to stop a onesie twosie coming into Florida, because I don't know if you're just driving a normal car and you have one or two people in it who are illegal. You can't determine that on the front end. You can do if there's large movement or caravans or buses, but we haven't had that, partially because Governor Abbott is busing to New York City and DC. And all those people in DC and New York were beating their chests when Trump was president, saying they were so proud to be sanctuary jurisdictions, saying how bad it was to have a secure border. The minute even a small fraction of what those border towns deal with every day is brought to their front door,
Hold on a sec.
they all of a
Family, I need
sudden
to turn on the
go
light real quick.
berserk,
Hold on,
and they're
okay.
so upset
Be
that
right
this is
back.
happening.
Just
And
don't
it
go
just
to work. Be
shows
literally
you,
right back.
their virtue signaling is a fraud. Okay,
He said virtue signaling.
they are supporting policies that are just frankly indefensible. It is not defensible for a superpower to not have any control over the territory of its country, over the borders of its country. And he inherited a situation where you didn't have this happening. And yes, we needed to build the wall. There was more that we needed to do. He reversed the Trump policies, knowing what would end up happening. And one of the reasons why we want to transport, because we obviously it's expensive if people are coming here. It taxes social services and all these other things. And so if we can do in a sanctuary, well, then the chance that they come to Florida goes down dramatically. But it is also the case that, every community in America should be sharing in the burdens. It shouldn't all fall on a handful of red states. And so they're now doing it. Now they have to decide, okay, this is a policy you've supported, to have an open border. You don't like it as much. When you get just a small amount compared to what these folks have dealt with in Texas and in other states. And of course, we are just that one state that everybody wants to come to. Yes, we see Americans moving here in record numbers, people visiting here. We're the number one state for foreign tourism by far in 2021 for all U.S. tourism. But even people across the border, there's a lot that say they want to come to Florida. So our message is, we're not a sanctuary state. We don't have benefits or any of that. There are some sanctuary jurisdictions, and that would be better. Now, what would be the best is for Biden to do his damn job and secure the border.
I don't want to get into it, dude.
All right, I know it's hot, so thank you all. God bless everybody, and go get some air conditioning. Thank you.
Tonight in Denver, protests and a report calling for police reform created by a community task force. Such talk gained momentum nearly a year ago after the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis. Tomorrow marks 1 year since his death. Protests quickly filled streets across the world, including here in Denver, for months now.
CBS 4's Rick Salinger live right now at the City and County Building. Rick, there are 112 recommendations.
Figures you do this to me.
Those recommendations, Jim, are contained in several strategies. One of the key ones is for empowerment to provide for their own public safety rather than relying on the police.
Oh, family, you stop this real
Gathered
quick.
at the spot where they knew their message could not be ignored, the seat of city government.
How do we come up with some solutions to these problems that have been plaguing our communities for too many years?
Since the death of George Floyd and social unrest that followed, a task force of community leaders and members has been at work. They've put together one.
Shut this off. Okay, Sorry, family. I gotta shut this off. I don't even want to get into it. I'll be back. I'll be back when I have a chance. Okay, but apparently I can't be doing anything without some fucking fuckery happening. Just because I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand what. I just don't get people. I don't understand. So I'll be back. I need to shut this down for a quick minute, and I'll shut this down real quick, and I'll restart it. Okay. Just stay tuned. Let me see where everybody is. Yeah, stay tuned for the notification. And just hop over to the Revolutionary Agenda. Okay. If you see it, if it's live, just hop over there. Right. I'm gonna shut it off right here, and I don't know. Stay black, stay dangerous. Stay empowered. Head on swivel, and shut this down. I'll start back up in here shortly. Okay. So I'll talk to you. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching the Revolutionary Agenda, and yeah, that wasn't my intention to stop it. So just gotta do what I gotta do real quick. So I'll be back here. I'll be back in like 15, 20 minutes or so. It depends. See if I can get started again. Okay. All right. Thank you for watching the Revolutionary Agenda. I'll see you here shortly.